Let's talk about female delusion. Yep, we're gonna trigger some ladies today. Listen, guys, one thing that really bothers me about women is the amount of makeup and hair extensions and weaves and just stuff that the average woman has to go through every day to make herself look beautiful, right? And then she goes through this world in this delusional state, thinking that that's who she really is. And every man should accept that that's who she is in real life until she takes a shower, she takes off the wig, she takes off that makeup, and you wake up in the morning and you're like, whoa. And that's what I want to talk about, because the delusion amongst women who actually think that that's who they are, and men should accept them for who they are, and they see that as their value. This is where the problem comes in now, is that I hear women say, I am a 6 without makeup, which is average, slightly above average. No woman says she's a 5, by the way. But with makeup and made up, as they put it, I'm a 7, 8. Do you know the difference between the results a 5 gets versus an 8? Astronomical difference when it comes to the world and how the world treats her. There is something called pretty privilege, my friends. The privileges that given to beautiful women far outweighs anything that a man can accomplish in the same period of time. She gets gifts thrown at her, trips thrown at her, boats, everything. She gets the finest of the finest men throwing themselves at her. That's what 8s, 9s, and 10s get. But if you're out that night and you're an 8, and the man wakes up next to a 5, and all of a sudden he dumps your ass, and then you say, oh, he's nothing but trash. Whose fault is it? Who was deceived? But like Maron says here in this video, what if a guy said to you he was a lawyer, but after he's hit it and done his thing and you're out a few nights, and then all of a sudden he reveals that, I actually work at Subway. How would you feel as a woman? That's the same thing that a man feels when you take that bloody mask off.
What if you shave your beard? Like, that's your makeup, you know?
But hold on. We got to have the appropriate equivalent. I would say, what if you hooked up with a guy, right, and you thought he was a lawyer?
What? Okay.
Let's say you get with a guy, right? You fuck him, and he's like, you think he's a lawyer, and he's like, really high-power attorney. Then you find out he works at Subway.
Oh.
How'd that make you feel?
Well, disappointed. Like, what the fuck?
Okay, that right there, that's what happens when a girl has makeup on, then you find out she doesn't look good with her makeup.
Yeah.
And the reason why I said that, why it's equal, is because women put a lot of stake in a man's status. Men put a lot of stake in a woman's beauty.
Okay.
That's true. That makes sense.
An ugly man could still get a very attractive woman if his status is high enough. But an ugly bitch ain't getting a high status guy a lot of the times. That's why men have such a problem with girls that wear too much makeup. It's the same thing as like us saying, oh yeah, I'm a lawyer. And then I smash and I'm like, oh, I work at McDonald's. Sorry.
Because your commodity, ladies, is your beauty and your youth. They go hand in hand. So I know that a lot of women are going to get triggered by this video because I'm telling you guys the truth. But if you want to understand male nature, you have to realize the problem that you are bringing to the table. So, ladies, here's some examples of movie stars. These movie stars and these celebrities don't even look remotely close to what they look like in real life. They have the best makeup artists, hundreds of dollars every single time they need to put on their face. It's literally like putting on a mask. I mean, these are ridiculous. Look at this. And you guys go on like, oh, this is just beautiful. Oh, that's such a nice makeup artist. No, it's a mask. You're looking across the problem. You're looking at how great the makeup artist is. Look at the deception is what you should be looking at, because that's what men look at. The makeup industry is the only industry that never fails, because every woman is looking to keep her youth. What do you think foundation is, guys? Foundation is designed to close the pores, because as you get older, skin relaxes and the pores get bigger and you look older. The idea is the foundation closes up the pores so it looks smoother. All I'm saying is it has gotten to a point where women have fallen so deep into the delusion that they feel that they only deserve a man much higher than them, not realizing that under the mask, they are not an 8 or a 9. They are a 4 or 5. Average, meaning that's where most of us human beings sit. Average, we're more average. Yet you refuse to get with average men. Men don't wear makeup. Well, at least none of the men that you want. Sure, you can get men that wear makeup and nails and eyeliner and all of that stuff, but do you want those men? The answer is no. And that's what I want to talk about. Because the delusion has gotten to a point where it has now created a massive divide between what women see themselves at versus the men that are available, because these women have made themselves up so much. They think that they're 8s, 9s, and 10s to the point now where they want the top men, the 8, 9, and 10 men. 8, 9s, and 10s. I'm talking about in status and in wealth. A 10 would be a Jeff Bezos, a Bill Gates. That's a 10. He don't have to look good. He don't have to be young. He just has to have billions, because women look for status. I can assure you right now, any of you young girls says anything freaking different from what I just said, I want you to imagine if you met Bill Gates today. How old is he now? I have no idea. I'm going to look it up, put the number here, right? And you in your 20s or 30s, Bill Gates says, will you marry me? None of you will say, no, you're too old. No, I'm sorry, Bill, you're too old. Nope, you'll be jumping on that old dick in no time, because you know that it's the wealth and the status. You will ensure that you and your family's family, whichever man you have after that, will never ever have to work one day in your life again. Because that's what every single one of you want. Am I wrong? Tell me I'm wrong. Because you're living in the land of delusion. Let's listen to a few comments on Myron's video. This woman says, Myron always gives his best logic examples to make them understand because they're unable to interpret basic language. This is why men are rational males. Exactly. Someone also said, I respect the fact that the girls actually listen and didn't just laugh or interrupt. Aaron Brodsky 5527 says, thank you. This whole unapproachable makeup trend to me is hilarious. Nobody's approaching them because we know underneath it, they're more than likely just basic. And this is the problem. Ladies, you don't have to do the makeup. A little lip gloss, little eyeliner, that's it. Why? Because you don't need anything else than that. Society has programmed you to think that you need to make up yourself and put on a mask. And the problem is, the more of that bloody stuff you put on your face, the worse it makes your face look. Is the skin. It absorbs so much of this chemical that you don't realize that you're literally destroying your skin.
So today we're going to talk about what they don't tell women about wearing makeup. The skin is a human sponge, okay? It absorbs things, okay? So everything you put on your skin goes directly right in. An average female will absorb 4 pounds and 6 ounces of chemicals every single year. So here's an example of 4 pounds. This is how much chemical goes into your body through the skin every year. That's a lot. And there's about 515 different chemicals put on your skin every single day. From hairspray, blush, foundation, shampoo, deodorant, like aluminum, body lotions, hand cream, nail polish remover, which is very, very toxic. Here's the problem. Some of these chemicals are carcinogens. Those are things that can cause cancer. The problem is there's always a delay between cause and effect. You start accumulating these chemicals, and you don't know when potentially you can have a problem down the road.
Stop wearing it. Go natural. I can assure you, you will have the same amount of success with men. Same thing with the freaking wigs and the weaves. Take it off, ladies. You know, there's nothing worse than actually going next to a woman. She's sweating, and the weave is just sweating under there, and it stinks. It smells. It's the glue and the sweat between the scalp and the skin. It's disgusting. Men smell this shit. Sometimes a woman walk across you with the perfume and the hair. Oh, God. You guys don't get it, man. And because you're so used to wearing it, you don't smell it. But it's there. Just warning you. Christopher Berg says, people don't fall in love anymore. It's not about you, but what you have. That's why love is dying. It was never about status. It was about character that counts. Women don't fall in love with character, man. They fall in love with status gets you in the door. Unfortunately, that's the fact. A woman will look and she sees a guy with a blue check mark on Instagram. Well, now you can pay for it, so it has no value anymore. But let me give you another analogy. If she sees a movie star, well-known A-lister movie star, I mean, she don't give a shit about his character. She's attracted to his status first. Remember that, first. Then, once she's in, she'll understand his character and realize, okay, I can't. This guy is neurotic. This guy is controlling, whatever the hell she wants to classify the man. And based on his status, she will either stay and suffer through that, or if she's smart, she'll say, no, this isn't going to work. Regardless of how much money and how much status he have, I need to get out. So character has nothing to do with it initially. Someone says, my beard is my makeup. Lady, it's part of me. A more equivalent analogy would be if I wore a toupee or a high platform boots. Yeah, exactly. Someone says, couldn't have explained it any better. Super Dude Zach says, a good looking male won't lose his attractiveness when he gets out of the shower. Interlapper 322 says, as a dude who went to college with like a 70% female class, I tell you, it's night and day when girls put on that makeup. Many times I couldn't even recognize my classmates. Laugh out loud. Yeah. And you know what? The guy was attracted to the classmates when they did not have on his makeup. He should have put that in there. Gregor Morton says, so true. Women look hella different when they take the makeup off or the wigs and so on. Golden Eyes said, this is why I have always felt it important to invite your man over after a couple of dates so that he could get the opportunity to see you in your natural state. Ladies, I don't know about you, but for me, I want to feel comfortable around my man. I want him to know exactly what he's getting 80% of the time. I don't know what she couldn't say 100, but there's no way in hell I'm going to put on a full face of makeup and curl my hair just to sit at home and chill. I want him to feel that I'm just as beautiful, if not more, without the makeup. FYI, when I'm at home, I'm typically wearing a cute but comfortable long set of pajamas. Advertising much? My hair goes up in a bun or a ponytail, and my skin is breathing. From my experience, men prefer the sexiness of natural feminine beauty. This is what I'm trying to get across. She knows that men prefer that, yet she goes out with the makeup on.
Listening to when the men talk, but men somehow have to shut up and listen to when women are talking.
Exactly.
How can you tell a man what you want when a man's telling you what I want? A man saying, this is what I want, and the women are like, nah, you don't want it because I'm all this.
You understand the contradiction? Women have no sense of logic. It's mind-blowing. Oh, God. I'm telling you, the more I deal with this space, the more I realize how crazy women are. She admits that men appreciate the natural look, but yet she puts on the makeup. The sisterhood has convinced her that it is necessary. The marketing companies have convinced her that she looks better with it. I really feel sorry for a lot of women. You guys get sold on everything. Men, we wash our face. Throw some water in that grass. That's it. And ladies, you have to understand this simple point. The reason why you find men naturally attractive isn't because he has natural, vibrant skin or he looks better as he ages. Used to seeing men without it, which makes us look more natural. Unfortunately, I don't see this thing changing anytime soon. We're stuck with it. But ladies, all you need to do is recognize that your sexual marketplace value with makeup is a lot different than without it. But you have to determine your sexual marketplace value without your makeup in order to get a man on your level or slightly above. All right, let me know what you guys think. Subscribe, guys. Of course, give me a like. Let this algorithm know that you're getting some knowledge. And of course, I'll see you guys in the next video. All right, cheers.